สถานีวิทยุสรานรม AM 1575การทูตเพื่อประชาชน
เพื่อไทยก้าวไกลทันโลก
Swadika and good late afternoon, or rather, yes, just about, 3:30 is not that late, but yes, you're back here with me, Srindgarindra Award, when I haven't seen you for a while now, for like 2 weeks. I've been very busy, but I'm back now with News and Views, and of course, it's on air every Monday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. on our website at srandromradio.mfa.go.th. And if you're streaming online, you can listen to us online at thairadio.in.th as well. But if you are surfing or playing on Facebook right now, I am on live on Facebook. So if you miss me right now, it's fine. You can always listen to me once again at 6 to 6:30 on our website as well as on thairadio.in.th. Anyways, my ritual, of course, the weather. But I've been walking outside and just walking in. It was gloomy.As always, it's probably because some of the storms and high pressure that's coming our way. But I have no idea what season we're in right now. Even though there are only one season in Thailand, hottest and very hot. But right now we're just like in a continuum of rainy season and downpours non-stop. And it's like clockwork. So when it's 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon, the rain starts to fall. So hopefully that if you do get out of the office at around 4 or 5, that you are packed with an umbrella or a raincoat just to get out of, just because you don't have to, just in case you stay in the rain, and that at least you have an umbrella or at least a raincoat will keep you out from the rain for a bit until you find shelter or just a small reprieve somewhere before heading out into the rain again. Anyways, be sure to be careful out there, especially while you're driving. Traffic tends to get to be more hectic when it's raining because people tend to drive more carefully, I think. But I'm not so sure about all of them. But as always, when you're driving, it's 100% you who has to be safe and another 50 for someone else. So be sure to stay safe out there on the road. Anyways, on making headlines on Bangkok Post this morning, there is a big picture of actually a motorway. And it says here that it's going to Jangwatthana. And the caption said,ramping it up. Now staff line up at a ceremony to unveil a new ramp linking the Sirat Outer Ring Road Expressway and Sirat Expressway leading to Jangwatthana yesterday. The 360-meter ramp will help motorists who will no longer need to descend onto roads before driving onto the expressway again to head to Jangwatthana, reducing congestion below. The 275 million baht ramp was launched by the Expressway Authority of Thailand and Bangkok Expressway and Metro Public Company Limited yesterday. So it says here that it's a ramp and not a motorway, but it's a ramp connecting it to the motorway so that you can actually go across the congestion, or rather the traffic in the normal road, so that you can just go ahead and go onto the motorway without having to be stuck at a red light right there. So hopefully this will help the congestion right now at Jangwatthana, because as you know, the construction is going on because there are a lot of going on along that line as well, the Rat Phao Ratchayotin line, because we're trying to build the new lines for the BTS as well as for the MRT, so everything is quite congested right now, but everybody is working at the best of their abilities just to get to that benchmark, or rather the goal mark, to be finished, so that most of the lines, or all of them, they will be finished by the time that it's planned or scheduled to be finished. Anyways, for the past few days, or 2 days rather, there is news once again about an earthquake in Indonesia again. As you all know as well, that Indonesia is located in what's they called a ring of fire, so they're prone to get earthquakes countless time per year. So right now, but for this time around, you've just recently heard that there was a quake at Lombok, that a few Thai tourists were actually stuck there. They went they went up to the mountains, or rather to the volcano, which was actually dormant, but they were trying to they trekked up to the volcano, but they got stuck there because of the earthquake. And it wasn't, I don't think it was even a month and a half at max, and another earthquake has happened again. And right now the death toll right here on the front page of Bangkok Post, it's that it tops 800 already. So here is a brief news or article updating what's going on right now in Indonesia. Now, the death toll from a powerful earthquake and tsunami in Indonesia leapt to 832 yesterday, as stunned people on the stricken island of Sulawesi struggled to find food and water, and looting spread. Now, the new toll announced by the National Disaster Agency was almost double the previous figure. Indonesian Vice President Yusuf Kala said the final number of the dead could be in the thousands, and many regions have still not been reached. Now, it feels very tense, said a 35-year-old mother, Risa Kuzuma, she has my nickname in English anyway, comforting her feverish baby boy at an evacuation center in the gutted coastal city of Palu. Now, every minute an ambulance brings in bodies, clean water is scarce. The mini markets are looted everywhere. Indonesia's Metro TV yesterday broadcast footage from a coastal community in Donggala, close to the epicenter of the quake, where some waterfront homes appear crushed, but a resident said most people fled to higher ground after the quake struck. Now, when it shook really hard, we all ran up into the hills, a man said in quotes identified as Iswan told Metro TV. Now, Indonesian President Joko Widodo arrived in the region yesterday afternoon to see the devastation for himself. Now, in Palu City yesterday, aid was trickling in. The Indonesian military had been deployed, and search and rescue workers were doggedly combing the rubble for survivors, looking for as many as 150 people at one upscale hotel alone. Now, we managed to pull out a woman alive from the hotel Roa last night, he said. Mohammed Soyi said in quotes he is the head of the National Search and Rescue Agency. He added that we even heard people calling for help there yesterday. Now, what we now desperately need is heavy machinery to clear the rubble. I have my staff on the ground, but it's impossible just to rely on their strength alone to clear this, he said, again in quotes. Now, meanwhile, the Thai embassy in Jakarta is examining ways to help Thai nationals who may have been affected by the disaster, according to a post on the embassy's Facebook page. Now, the post said the embassy in Jakarta and the office of the Honorary Consul General in Denpasar, Bali, were working with the Thai conglomerate Jalurn Pokapan of Indonesia to assess the situation and the possibility of evacuating Thais out of the areas hit by the quake and the tsunami. Now, the embassy earlier announced that 31 Thais in Palu were safe, 28 students and 3 company employees. Now, the announcement said the Thai embassy had sought urgent help from the Indonesian government to help evacuate the Thais on a C-130 Hercules from Palu today. So hopefully we'll hear some good news that all the Thais that living in Palu will be evacuated by today. But that's going to be an update for next time, I suppose. So hopefully, fingers crossed on that, the death toll won't climb any further, which I know is pretty unlikely. I'm not being optimistic, but it's usually very unpredictable, and that it's beyond expectations. So hopefully that most of the people will be safe and that most will be rescued in time. Many condolences for those who have already known that they have lost their family members or their loved ones. I know that it's going to be tough on them, but hopefully they'll pull through and that they'll continue to enjoy the life that they still have. On to something closer at home, rather. So, yesterday, that I've heard that there is actually an incident happened at Don Mueang International Airport, which we abbreviate as DMK. I have some updates right here about what had happened, and also some updates on Bangkok Post as well about what the government is doing and how we're apologizing to the Chinese tourist who was actually attacked or allegedly attacked by a DMK officers. So let's head into that. So clip of Chinese tourist hit by airport guard in Thailand causes stir. Now, this is from the Daily Mail from the UK. Now, a video clip of a Chinese tourist being hit by an airport guard in Thailand has prompted a flurry of apologies and vows to take action as the government went into damage control over the incident. Now, China is Thailand's biggest source of tourists, making up about a quarter of its 35 million annual visitors. Now, but a boating disaster on the popular island of Phuket in July that killed dozens of Chinese vacationers had caused a drop-off in visits and put Thailand on alert for problems that could impact the market. Now, the clip on September 27th at Bangkok's Don Mueang Airport, which shows a guard briefly scuffling with and then hitting a man, fell into that category and quickly set off reactions from some of the highest levels of government. Now, Sansern Galgamnerd, a spokesman for the government, said Sunday that Prime Minister and junta leader Prayut Chan-o-cha was upset by the incident. Now, the Prime Minister thought that even though the tourist could not produce documents to reaffirm his accommodation in Thailand, refused to stay in a detention room and acted inappropriately with officials, still, officials must compose themselves and treat him in line with international practice, Sansar said in quotes in a message to reporters. Now, he added that 2 senior airport employees had been suspended and the guard would eventually be sacked. One of the employees, Sutirawat Suwarnarat, who is the general manager of the airport, received a 30-day suspension. Now, we cannot deny responsibility over this shortcoming, and I regret and apologize to the Chinese tourists, he told reporters on Saturday. Now, although we have a right to defend ourselves, in this case it was not reasonable, he added. Now, the tourist was identified as Mei Ji and had arrived via a flight from Jakarta, the airport authority said. It added that he had refused to wait inside a room. Now, he was later deported, but not before the encounter had been filmed on mobile phones and uploaded online. Now, the quick response from Thailand highlights lingering sensitivity over the Phuket disaster, in which nearly 50 people died. Now, the Ministry of Tourism and Sports has estimated that it would lose more than 500,000 Chinese tourists, angered and scared over the boat tragedy. Now, in August, some 860,000 of the 3.2 million tourists who visited Thailand were Chinese, according to government statistics. Now, the numbers represent a nearly 12% decline in Chinese visits from the same period of last year. Now, in connection to that, making the headlines at the front page of Bangkok Post, the headline reads, Sham Bliss ordered after airport fracas. Now, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has ordered emergency confidence-building measures after a video clip showing a security guard at Don Mueang Airport in a physical altercation with a Chinese tourist went viral yesterday. Now, General Prayut ordered the Tourism and Sports Ministry and other state agencies to act swiftly after details of the attack emerged, especially as it comes so soon after a fatal boat accident in Phuket. Now, the Prime Minister offered an apology for the incident on Saturday and promised to send a letter to the tourist himself via the Chinese embassy. The tourist's name was not revealed. Authorities at airports must control themselves and work in line with international standards. The airports are the first gateway to Thailand, and those working there must be service-minded. The spokesman quoted him as saying. Now, the Transport Ministry, which oversees airports, and the Royal Thai Police Office, which handles the immigration process, need to work harder to accommodate all foreign visitors, the Prime Minister added. Now, the quarrel took place on Thursday when the visitor was denied entry after he failed to present the required documents to immigration officials. Now, the apparent assault came after the tourist refused to enter a detention room. Now, the tourist later returned to China after being denied entry. Now, the security guard at Don Mueang was suspended after duty from an Airports of Thailand Public Company Limited, or AOT, plans to terminate his employment. His name was also not provided. Now, Don Mueang General Manager, Group Captain Sutirawat Sunawat and the airport security chief have been suspended from work for 30 days. Now, the latest incident came as Thailand is trying to contain damage to tourism after the fatal boat tragedy in July. The Phoenix sank off the Phuket coast, killing 41 Chinese tourists. Chinese arrivals fell 12% month-on-month in August from 983,212 to 867,416. Figures from the Tourism and Sports Ministry show. But the total number of tourists from China still grew by 16% to 7.7 million from January to August this year, over the same period of last year. Alright, I think it's about to take a break of half time because I have not long now and I still have other updates for you. So be sure to stay tuned and I'll be back in just a moment.
Apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, how can we say survive.
right, welcome back. Did you enjoy the song? Because I did. It's Right Here Waiting, but a new version, a new cover. So if you enjoy slow, kind of jazzy music, that was a good one. But the original version was good too. So be sure to listen to that as well. Since I don't have much time left, I'll just give you the updates from the ministry and then we'll finish up just in time. I'm guessing and I'm hoping that we'll finish in time. Alright, so updates from the ministry. It's the announcement of the Princess Srindgarindra Award ceremony 2018. Now on September the 21st, 2018, the Princess Srindgarindra Award Foundation under the royal patronage held a joint press conference at Mandarin Oriental Hotel, Bangkok, to announce the Princess Srindgarindra Award ceremony 2018. Now on this occasion, Associate Professor Dr. Tassana Buntong, Deputy Chairperson and Secretary General of the Princess Srindgarindra Award Foundation, together with Ms. Busadi Santi Pitak, Director General of the Department of Information, Mrs. Nataya Bielkhaimuk, Vice President of VVIP and VIP Travel Management and Planning Department, Thai Airways International Public Company Limited, Mr. Titiporn Tutimanon, Director of Channel 9 MCOT HD, and Ms. Gan Pantuhong, Director of Public Relations of Mandarin Oriental Hotel, Bangkok, were present at the press conference. The Princess Srindgarindra Award Ceremony 2018 will be held on October the 17th, 2018 at 4 p.m. at the Royal Palace. The ceremony will be presided over by Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn. This year, the Princess Srindgarindra Award 2018 is awarded to Professor Emeritus Dr. Afaf Malias from the United States of America for her contribution to nursing, healthcare, and public health. Throughout her career, Dr. Malias has demonstrated her continued dedication and perseverance in advancing nursing science, cultivating the next generation of healthcare leaders, advocating health and well-being of women around the world, particularly ensuring that the voice of vulnerable groups are recognized, particularly women who are burdened by society inequities. Dr. Malias has invested her efforts in setting up a doctoral degree program in nursing, which later became the model for doctoral level nursing curricula around the world. She has played an important role in the development of doctoral nursing education, including Doctor of Nursing Science and Doctor of Philosophy degrees, and ensured that they attain a level of excellence. Moreover, she also served as advisor and lecturer to numerous nursing schools in countries around the world, including Australia, Sweden, Brazil, and in the Middle East. In addition, she was also an advisor and lecturer for a doctoral degree program in nursing at Mahidol University, Chiang Mai University, Khon Kaen University, and Prince of Songkhla University as well. So, congratulations to Dr. Malias right there, and she is from the United States. I guess nursing is becoming a thing of right now, I suppose, because you never know. I think that doctors are important, but nurses are important as well, because they can actually help the doctors very much so. Anyways, I still have some times left, and I still have one more updates before I go, and this is political updates. New Thai Party picks ministers from junta as leaders before poll. This is from Bloomberg of the USA. Now, key members of Thailand's military government have been selected to head a new political party that could seek to bring back junta leader Prayut Chan-o-cha as premier in a general election expected in 2019. Now, the Palang Pracharat Party said it picked Industry Minister Uttama Sawanayon as its leader after a meeting Saturday in Bangkok. Science Minister Suwit Mesinsi was appointed Deputy Head and Commerce Minister Sonthi Jirawong was named as Secretary. Gobsak Putagloon, a minister in Prayut's office, becomes party spokesman. Now it's time for the country to move forward and move past all the conflicts, Uttama said at a briefing, adding that he's not sure yet whom the party would back to be the Prime Minister. Now Prayut seized power in a coup in May 2014 after a period of prolonged and sometimes bloody political unrest. A general election, long promised but repeatedly delayed, is now expected between late February and May next year under a military-backed constitution. Now, over the past several weeks, Prayut's government eased a ban on political activities and announced revised electoral constituencies. It's clear from the beginning that this party was established to support Prayut, said Thitipon Phakdeewanit, in quotes, Dean of the Faculty of Political Science at Ubon Ratchathani University. Now, Prayut said in an interview in June that he's considering joining a political party to ensure that his policies continue under the next administration. Palang Pracharat's members include figures from the business sector as well as several well-known politicians who have switched from other major parties. Now, the opposition Pheu Thai Party, which is backed by the ousted former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, is planning to elect its leader on October the 28th. The Democrat Party, another key player, could select a chief by November. Now, the current stretch of military rule is one of Thailand's longest since the 1970s, in a nation with frequent coups since the end of absolute monarchy in 1932. So I guess we'll have to keep an extra eye on that to see what's going to happen. But as the news has said, yes, General Prayut has expressed his interest in politics, so I'm guessing that he will find a political party to be in. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that and to see the progress and the updates of what is going to happen next. Anyway, before I move on or end this program today, me and my bad English. Okay, fun fact. There are usually more public libraries in the US than McDonald's. Which is a good thing. People need to read more. So if there are a lot of public libraries there, that means that you can go in and grab a book and just go home and just read, or just stay in the library and just read. Reading is education, or reading is good for educating people as well. So if you like to read, it's a good thing that you're living in the States or in America. I've been there, I've lived there, and I'm guessing it's true, because at university and at schools there are libraries everywhere, so they encourage people to read, and it's a good thing. And they have a lot of bookstores, and you can actually order books online, and it's quite convenient. So if you like to read and that you don't have time to go to the bookstores or the libraries, you can always shop online just for books. So yes, American people like to read in general. Anyways, ending quotes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Open different doors, you may find a you there that you never knew was yours. Anything can happen. This is from Mary Poppins. Like I've said, I'm a Disney fan. I'm a Disney kid. I grew up with Disney, and I've seen many Poppins countless times, I suppose. And it's the hardest word in Mary Poppins is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And it's supposed to be everything so super and so good, so great that nothing can compare to it. But yes, the quote means that you just have to keep on looking for opportunities that suits you, because you never know. One day you might open a door that's actually a good chance or good opportunity for you to move on, for you to grab onto. So opening doors and windows just to find new opportunities and new chances and new things in life is a good thing, because it helps you find out who you are, and that it helps you grow. So be sure to keep opening doors out there, and be sure to grab every opportunities you can, because it helps you learn more about yourself, and eventually it will shape out who you want to be or who you will be in the future. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully, I will have more updates for you next week. But if you want to say hi, if you have any suggestions or advices or how to improve my show, be sure to write to me. I am Srindgarindra Award. The address is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, 443 Rama 6 Road, Ratchathewi District, Bangkok, Thailand, and the postcode is 10400. Be sure to check out our other programs as well. Srindgarindra Radio have lots of programs for you to check out. We have our own YouTube channel, our Facebook page as well. It's Srindgarindra Radio. So be sure to check out all of programs, even though mine is probably the only one in English. But if you're Thai and if you're interested in the ministry's programs and shows and updates, be sure to check out our other programs as well. We do Facebook Live as well as our as well as our own page. So if you miss me on live on Facebook right now, be sure to check out the radio's webpage. Anyway, that's it. See you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ
let's do it tonight. Give me